We ought to always pray. Don't pray just when you're in trouble or when things are not going well for you. You pray always. Never give up. Never stop praying. Never stop petitioning God. Keep a running conversation with God. It's like breathing. You don't think about it. You just naturally do it. Ephesians 6:18 say, pray on every occasion as the Spirit leads, the TEV version. Pray on every occasion. You can talk to God anywhere about anything at all times. And whenever someone comes to my heart or something comes to my heart, I just pray about it right in that moment. Anybody ever done that before? Somebody comes to your mind. The Spirit of the Lord is not bringing that person for no reason to your spirit out of your mind at that moment. You need to say, I taught this 30 years ago about swishing prayers. Remember that if you've been with me that long ago. Swishing, but what are swishing prayers? You can pray at the same time as you go about your day, about your business. It's in your heart. Got it? And when that person comes on your mind, you may be at work or you may be doing something, but you can whisper a prayer inside your spirit for them. And you may just say, Lord, I don't know what that is, but whatever the reason that you brought this person to my heart, Lord, I want you to move on their behalf. Lord, I want you to touch them. Got it? When you don't feel like praying, it means you're praying about the wrong thing. Don't ever tell me that you've never been to that point in your life you didn't feel like praying. Particularly when he wake you up, 4 days in the morning. You got to get yourself together. You like an old car, you got to get warmed up first. Come on now, amen. Anybody ever been awakened in the middle of the night and the Lord is impressing upon you because you didn't make time for him all day? So he said, well, I just disturb your rest. Wake up and talk to me. And you can't go back to sleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Come on now. Amen. And number 2, schedule prayer times throughout your day. Slide number 2. Schedule prayer times throughout my day. For thousands of years, you know what? Jews prayed at set times. They had fixed hours to pray. Daniel, the Bible tells us, prayed 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. Got it? Remember that if you ever read the story of Daniel. I noticed something about the Jewish culture. They're very heavily populated, particularly in the New York area. And there were times when we'll go up to visit Pastor Gwynn's family. There's a certain street we'll go down to get there. And that whole community is a Jewish community there. And usually when we're coming in sometime right at before sundown, that's when the Sabbath begins. And you'll see them scurrying across the streets, trying to hurry to get to the synagogue to make sure that they're honoring the Sabbath. They're very serious about their faith. What's wrong with Christians? I ain't going to bother you. I'm not going to bother you long. Not long. But we don't have that kind of passion. Amen. It's the truth. We're not as serious about practicing our faith as Christians. You come to church when you feel like it. Y'all can be quiet. Y'all don't scare me because I'm talking directly to you. You come to church when you feel like it. You don't practice your faith because he said the Sabbath should be kept holy. If you're not here and able to make it on Wednesdays when we have our special spiritual growth campaigns and we're there, then you should at least, if you are available, not working or not sick or out of town, you should be in services. If you're a partner of the church, I'm talking to partners now. Amen. We shouldn't have to send out an APB on you. Some folks sit out to see whether somebody missed them. How childish. Did he say that? I did. Childish. Grow up. Wait a minute. Do that this week on your job. Don't go to work and don't call anybody. Do this. Start tomorrow. In the morning, decide I'm not going in this week and I'm not calling in. What's going to happen? I don't know how long they're going to give you, but what's going to happen eventually? Y'all I hear all kind of stuff out there. They're going to mess around and call me and come by the house. No, they're not. They got a pink slip, or what, I don't know if they still give those out. But when you decide that you want to grace them with your presence, somebody else is going to be sitting at your desk. Are they going to be on your shift? And they're going to be looking at what you here for. Because I thought you needed time off. So I'm going to give you all the time you need. But we are so frivolous when it comes down to our faith. Amen. You see, when the Romans took over the known world at that time, one of the things they did as they would build a forum in every major city. In the forum, they put a bell tower. The Romans' bell tower would ring about 6 or 7 times a day. It would ring first about 6 or 6:30 a.m. And this is what they call prime, or the first hour. Work has now started in this city at this hour. And then it will ring about 9. The bell will ring again. That was about 3 hours later. So it was called the third hour. And then 12 o'clock noon was considered the 6th hour of the day. And that was what they usually take their lunch break, and a lot of people do that now. And the Roman Empire lunch break lasted, y'all will love this, lunch break lasted until 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's somebody said, that's my kind of lunch. From 12 to 3. I said the Roman Empire, we're not under the Roman Empire now. Jews and Christians started using the Roman bells for times of prayer. They developed a habit of praying every time those bells ring, and they call this the liturgy of the hours. Now, what's interesting is over time, the monks, and you know about the monks, they lived in monasteries. They started putting bells in the monastery. That's why they had bell towers. They would ring the bells because this meant it was time to pray again. And another 3 hours, or another 3 hours, or another 3 hours meant it was time to pray again. In the 1400s, the monks started thinking, this is not a good thing for us. This is a bad deal where we always have to have a guy right there ready to ring the bell. You know what they did? So they started creating a mechanical instrument that will ring the bells on schedule. Come on. In the Latin, the word is spelled C-L-O-C, which is still pronounced clock. Got it? Clocks, please hear this, clocks were invented to make time for prayer. When you don't know the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable. Come on, you hear me? Clocks were invented to make time for prayer. It's the whole reason we have clocks. Yeah.